when you get a post with an embed on it, whether it's Twitter, Tumblr, WordPress.com, Blogger, anything like that, you can force the search and click-throughs from those posts so that you can actually get and show Google through a Google property, through google.com, right? So through their search engine, that people are searching for your terms and then they find your post in the search results, click through, which is highly important. It's the #1 ranking factor right now is click-through rate. Then once they click through, then they can click on a link, a backlink to your video, which then starts the video, and then the tab opens up with your video playing. So now that counts as a view. And it also, at the same time, not only are you getting the click-through plus the backlink plus the view, but you're getting what's known as referral traffic from the social property. So that click through to your video actually comes from a social property as a referral click, which now is not only it's giving you that social signal plus the engagement from a social property, which in my opinion is so much more valuable than just a straight click through from the search results. Is that making sense? Was I clear about that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That is pretty ninja out there, Bradley.
I'm sorry?
That is pretty ninja out there.
Yeah, and I've not seen anybody else talk about it. We've been testing it the last few weeks. I have with several projects, and it's been pretty phenomenal, and it's really crazy. And I think going forward, it's going to be really the way to be, optimizing, doing video SEO, or really any kind of SEO for that matter, because social is becoming more important, and engagement is too. So what I'm going to show you is about how to fake the social engagement entirely, and that's really ninja. So just so you guys know, you can index tweets now. Tweets get indexed now, and I'm going to show you all these. Okay. So for example, one of the things I like to do is, and you can set up, if you've got an automated tool such as IFTTT, or if you're using SendWire and you do a blast, then you can just go collect a tweet URL from one of your Twitter accounts, and you can collect a Tumblr URL from one of the Tumblr blogs, from one of the permalink or the post URL from one of the Tumblr posts that had that video embedded on it. You can do all that. What I've been doing for these is I've been going and doing, and believe it or not, a manual post. So I still upload my video or live stream my video to my channel, and it's going to automatically, through IFTTT networks, syndicate itself to, dozens, sometimes hundreds of web properties. If I need to, I do a secondary SendWire blast, and then I'll syndicate it. Boom, again, I'm going to get dozens, hundreds, even thousands of backlinks and embeds. But then what I'll do is immediately I'll go into a couple accounts that I'll have set up for this, and I'll do a manual post. So I'll do a manual tweet. And the reason why I do this is because I want to be able to use hashtags, guys. Hashtags are incredibly powerful. And it's something that I like to go in and manipulate with hashtags. And I'm going to show you why, because the hashtags are going to be what makes it easy for you to find in the search results your post, so that you can send clicks through that post over to your video. So for example, I've got a Twitter account. I've got an account that I use for a lot of SEO stuff. It's called How to SEO. I've got a full network built around it and everything else. But let's go over here to Google, and I'm going to show you. I'm actually logged into that account, so I'm going to have to hide personal results to show you guys. I don't have a clean browser available because I'm logged into Firefox using this account. But in the search results right here, I've got hashtag Charlottesville, hashtag SEO. Okay, and those are two hashtags that I put in a specific tweet. Okay, and so if I click on the search button, and you'll see it's showing you visited this page 2 times, that's because it's showing private results. But if I click that box to hide private results, you're going to see that still, because of the hashtags, guys, my tweet that I'm talking about is #1 in Google search for that. Now, I know I'm not talking about ranking for a specific keyword phrase here, guys. I get that, but I'm trying to make it easy to find my posts. So using hashtags makes that possible. Okay, so because what I'm going to do now is, you can see that now this tweet is indexed. If I open this up in a new tab, you guys can see this tweet is nothing other than the video that I wanted to rank. Here's my embed. And then here's a couple tags that I put in there, keyword tags, right? But the most important part of this, besides the embed and the hashtags, is this. This URL, which is the video, is a goo.gl short URL. Okay, so if I had just posted the YouTube URL in here, I would have got the embed. But you can shorten a YouTube URL with geo.gl, which is Google's URL shortener, and it will still create an embed from the short URL. But what this does is it gives Google analytics of any clicks from this link. Why is that important? Well, now we're going to force feed or spoon feed our social activity to Google and say, hey, look, pay attention. This link is getting clicked on from these different locations. So we're like literally manipulating Google's analytics with what we do with our search, how we're going to get clicks through to our video, and we're allowing them access to the traffic. And so this is what's so important about this, guys. So you can see that I've got this tweet here, right? And by the way, just so you guys know this, please don't use this for anything else other than what I'm showing you, because you'll get your account and basically blacklisted or flagged for being able to submit individual URLs for crawling. So I don't recommend that you guys spam with this tool, spam URLs. But Google Webmasters has this submit URL, or where you can take a URL and paste it in, fill out the CAPTCHA, and hit submit request. And you're basically asking Google directly within the Webmaster Tools or Search Console to say, hey, come take a look at this and index this. And it's a one URL at a time thing, but this is how you can force a tweet to get indexed in seconds. Like, seriously, you can tweet something and then take your the tweet URL, come over here, paste it in, hit submit request, and go back and check it 5 minutes later, and it's indexed. Okay, it doesn't work 100% of the time that quickly, but it does most of the time, and it's really, really impressive, because this is how you can set up these campaigns. And I know we're running out of time, so I'm going to try to run through this a little bit quicker. Here is that Webmaster Tools URL, so you guys can use that. Now, what I wanted to show you was, first of all, I'll show you the analytics on this in just a moment, but you can see this is the tweet URL, and this is what the tweet looks like. So now let's go back to Google again, and I want to show you another search here. So Tumblr, guys, you can use hashtags in Tumblr, right? So if I come over here and I put in the hashtag that I use for Tumblr, which is SEO Charlottesville, VA, and then let's say maybe I'll put those in quotes just because it'll make it easier. And then I'm going to say, let's just put Tumblr in as a modifier. I'm going to hit enter. And you're going to see that because I used quotes, the only thing that comes up is my Tumblr URL right there. This is the blog post I want to show you. If I open this up, you'll see this is just a blog post on a Tumblr, or a Tumblr post. So this is the permalink. And what do you see once again? You see the embed, and then you see the Google short URL. It's the same URL that's in the tweet right here, this one. Okay. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to be able to set up these search, click, watch campaigns from Google search to click on these social embeds. Then the next click, once they click on the social embed, is to click on the Google short URL, which opens up the watch page right here. And now we've got the view on the video, plus we got the click through of a geo.gl short URL. That makes sense. So we're giving Google our direct access to the traffic metrics. Okay.
And that really is why you don't want to abuse this. This is a tool to use, but not abuse, not to spam. That's
right. So you guys, you can see, like I just put in, I even took the quotes off there just to show more results, but you can see that Tumblr post is still #1. And it's just because I'm not searching for like a typical, you can see the keyword, but that's not the point. The point is to get it to show up and then get to click through, and then to click through to the geo.gl, which then creates the watch. Okay, so those are it's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone. So anyways, that said, I'm going to move on, and I'll show you the other one. So for example, I did another one with WordPress.com. WordPress.com, it has the tags, but they don't have hashtags. Now, I haven't played with actually inserting a hashtag symbol and a tag in the content of the post yet. I'm going to do that. I'm also going to be playing with that for the actual video itself. You put tags in videos when you're filling out, uploading a video to YouTube, but I haven't played with actually adding the hashtag symbol plus keyword in the video description. I'm going to be playing with that as well. So I encourage you guys to do the same. But this one, if I put in quotes, get SEO help here in Charlottesville here, and I click search, you can see that because it was in quotes, this is the only property on the web that has that specific phrase, at least the only one that's indexed. If we click on that, you'll see this is just a WordPress.com post with the embed. And look, right here underneath the video, it says get SEO help in Charlottesville here, and it's got the geo.gl short link. So you guys get what I'm trying to do. Lastly, I did it on Blogger too, and for whatever reason, which I thought was funny, Blogger was the only one that I was having trouble getting indexed today, as I was doing this literally just minutes before we got on the webinar. Try it and see if it's indexed yet. No, it's still not indexed. So I'm curious as to why Blogger is not indexing, but it's probably just going to take time. But here's the post for that. Once it's indexed, I can set up the same thing, because right here's the Google short URL. You guys see that? All right. So the point is that you can set up now, guys. Once you learn how to do that, I'm going to show you the metrics here in a minute, the analytics. But you can set up, again, either manually. You can, like, I know, like in Scale Social, I'm pretty sure it's only videos that you can add as web properties. I might be wrong on that because I haven't played in it much. I have access to it, but I haven't actually played in it much because I use crowd search for everything personally, just because it automates it and doesn't require manual work on my part. But I know that, like, if you guys join my group, the Video SEO Support group, which again, it's free. It's just a community where you can ask for these types of engagement signals. Right now, it's just been for video SEO. But if people want to ask for, hey, will you go search Google for hashtag SEO Charlottesville and click on the tweet and then click on the Google short URL, I'm going to allow that in that group, guys, because it's I think this is incredibly powerful. Okay, so, and I imagine that if we educated the people on Facebook about that too, the Facebook group, they might allow it too, but I can't swear to that because it's not my group. All right, but let me just show you. I think I have, just one moment. I think I must have closed it down. Oh, there we are. Crowdsearch.me. Guys, I'm not trying to sell you on this. I just want to show you how the campaign setup works on this. So like if I set up a new campaign and I said something like, let's just say SEO CvilleWP.com. That's just to identify what this is. And I take that URL from that WordPress.com site here, copy that, come back over here, paste this in as my URL, say exact, and then the keyword was in quotes, and that was, let's just go back and pull it from Google. It was, here we go, get SEO and SEO help in Charlottesville here. And I can put that in quotes so that the crowd search workers are actually searching that phrase, and phrase in quotes. Then I click on Google, click next step. It's going to take a couple seconds. I'm going to move on and show you the analytics, and I'll come back and show you how you can get people. If you're doing it manually, you just ask somebody, hey, look, once you've clicked on the WordPress.com URL, you'll see a go.gl short link under the video. Please click on that. All right. But if you're using an automated service, you want to be able to tell the automated service how to click or what link to click on next. And you can do that inside crowd search. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute. It'll when it's done reading. So in the meantime, let me show you what the go.gl shortener looks like. This is the analytics for that URL, guys. And so what's important here is I set this up 2 weeks ago. It was on July 14th, I believe, is the actual date that I set it up, or the 13th. So it was 11 days ago. It hasn't even been 2 weeks. Is when I set this up. And I've got 166 clicks, some of which are, or most of which are from crowdsearch.me. But what's interesting here is this is the analytics that Google gives us. And you can see that this is showing unknown, so it's not sure where the clicks came from. But here it's showing 33 clicks from Twitter. It's showing 3 clicks from Tumblr.com, 3 clicks from WordPress.com, 3 clicks from mobile.twitter.com, 3 clicks from t.co, which is Twitter's link shortener, right? So it's showing 1 click from a Blogger account, 1 click from another one from Google. So my point is when you set up a well-rounded campaign where you've got Twitter, Google Plus, you could do it with Google Plus, by the way, Blogger, WordPress, Tumblr, some of those sites like that. Now we're talking 5 sites, and you set up a separate search campaign for each one of those URLs. Now you can show various referral traffic from different social media sites, and each one of those will ultimately register as a view as well. Is that cool or what? I know this went a little longer than I planned, man, but
no, that's okay.
So anyways, just to quickly follow up with this so you can see, guys, this is once crowd search has done its analysis, it comes back and shows this is, it found the URL. So it's showing the rank is number 1. That's right, because in quotes, nothing else was showing up. That makes it easy. All we have to do is we leave internal browsing on. Instead of having random browsing turned on, we turn that off, and now we get to put the URL in that we want it to click on. So if I come back over here, and I could either copy it direct from here out of the top, or I could go over to the actual WordPress.com site and I could copy it here. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's the same URL. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to paste this in. So now I'm telling them, hey, go find this, click on it from search. Once you've clicked on it from search, go find this URL and click on it. That's going to ultimately land them on the YouTube page, which is going to count as a view, right? And then I can set the amount of searches. Right now it's on SmartRank, but if I wanted to, I could have it set up for like, you know, think about this, guys. If you go out and do a 2,000 retweet, and let's say this was the Twitter URL, don't you think you should set this way up to something like, you know, because this is on a monthly basis. So let's say you do 2,000 retweets and they're delivered in 5 days. Then I would want to put this thing like way up to something like, you know, 3,000 or whatever, or even 30,000 if you have the credits for it. You know, put it way up there so that you get a whole bunch of views very, very quickly through search. Does that make sense? So that it mimics and it's referral traffic from Twitter, so that when you look at the actual analytics from the search console, I'm sorry, the Google short URL shortener, you see that you got 2,000 embeds via Twitter from the retweets, and then you ended up getting, you know, 300, 500, 600 views from Twitter as referral traffic. Because that's the more natural balance. Does that make sense?